It's great to be here today to present to you about Red Hill Minerals. I joined the company in January 2022 following the sale of our 40% interest in the Red Hill iron ore joint venture to Mineral Resources. And since then, we've built a strong, cohesive team, passionate about the industry and very keen to make a significant discovery. Red Hill is a diversified mineral exploration and royalty company currently operating in Australia. And what makes us diversified is that in addition to a highly prospective exploration portfolio, we're well funded and derive ongoing cash flows from our iron ore royalty in the Onslow Iron Project. We're supported by a board and management team who have a track record of making significant discoveries and delivering strong returns to shareholders. We're well funded with just over 120 million in cash. And in addition to our existing projects, we're actively looking for new opportunities to leverage our strong capabilities and financial position. We're tightly held and have only 64 million shares on issue for a market cap of approximately 340 million. Our top 20 shareholders own 85% of the stock and the board and management hold 43%. This slide summarises a bit of a history of the company in a timeline, and it shows you where we're heading. The West Pilbara tenement package was put together in the late 90s, and in 2005, the iron ore rights were farmed out to the API joint venture, and the Red Hill Iron Ore joint venture was formed. In 2006, Red Hill listed on the ASX, and work on the tenements mostly focused on the drill out of the Channel Iron deposits. In 2021, we sold our 40% interests in the Red Hill Iron Ore joint venture, or RHI JV, to MinRes. In May 2024, when the first ownership was announced, the company reached a market cap of approximately 430 million. Since the sale, we've paid six special dividends, fully franked, for a total of $211 million. And that's something we're all very proud of. The company has evolved into a well-funded and active explorer with a strong asset portfolio, and we're actively looking for new projects. The sale of our iron ore JV interest to MinRes was the catalyst for the development of the Onslow Iron Project, which has really opened up our project area and the broader West Pilbara region. So firstly, the area that we're talking about is located in the Ashburton and West Basin in the West Pilbara. It's about a 3-hour drive south of Karratha and 150 k's east of Onslow. And this map shows you the RHI JV area as a light grey with a red outline. And this is the area that we sold our interest to MinRes in. And at the time of the sale, the mineral resource estimate for the RHI JV was 820 million tonnes at a grade of 56% iron. We sold our 40% interest in the project for 400 million cash, plus a 0.75% royalty. The first commercial shipment was delivered to Baowu in China in the June quarter this year, and the royalty has now commenced. The project is expected to reach a 35 million tonne per annum run rate by June 2025, generating strong cash flows to our company. And the sale allowed us to pay strong dividends to our shareholders and implement a comprehensive and long-term exploration strategy. We still retain 100% of the gold and base metal rights on the RHI JV tenements. So to the north of the Onslow Iron Project area is our 100% owned Panawanica Iron Project, and that's made up of the Redgate and the Whitegate Channel Iron deposits, and they sit within granted mining leases and has a reserve of 4.7 million tonnes at 56% iron. And it's less than 50 k's to the MinRes processing facility there at Kensborough. There's been a lot of talk about the billions of tonnes of stranded ore and undeveloped deposits in the West Pilbara region, and the map on the screen shows you the location of these tonnes in relation to the RHI JV tenure. And it's worth noting that this map excludes BHP, Rio, Hancock and FMG owned deposits. We work closely and have a good relationship with MinRes. We have access to some of their infrastructure and work out of their exploration camp, which makes it more convenient for us to explore in the region and our large project area. So this map highlights the regional prospectivity of the West Pilbara and Ashburton Basin. Regionally, the Ashburton contains multiple gold deposits and mines, which you can see on the map there. Much of the gold mineralisation is related to the deep-seated regional faults that have allowed fluids to transport the metals from the mantle to the upper crust where it's been deposited. And you can see these regional faults, the blue, green, red and orange lines there, continue from Mount Olympus in the southeast, through Paulsens and into our ground in the north, and that there's gold occurring along these structures over hundreds of kilometres. There's been a renewed interest in the West Pilbara for gold, with the upcoming restart of Paulsens by Black Cat, and with De Grey placing an option over Kalamazoo's Mount Olympus project, which is referred to as the Ashburton Gold Project there on the map. Exploration to date has identified several highly prospective gold and base metal targets in our project area, including the Barkley, Derricksbore, Kensbore and Urandi prospects, where we're searching for Carlin-style gold and sediment-hosted base metal deposits that are undercover and close to these major faults and shear zones shown on the map. Our early stage RC drilling has achieved gold intercepts of up to 7.9 grams per tonne, with results greater than half a gram tonne gold in RC drilling over a 2.5k strike length there at Barkley, and exploration's ongoing. So this slide summarises our main targets and the stages that they're at within the West Pilbara project. Over the last 20 years, there's been a lot of work done on the tenements, but it was all focused on the Channel Iron deposits. And this has provided us with valuable data sets that we've been able to build on and incorporate into our gold and base metal work. And our work to date has shown significant prospectivity for gold and base metals in the area. And we have several targets that we're progressing, which you can see on the screen there, with a systematic and long-term exploration program. We've been focused on assessing the northern half of our project area due to site logistics, including working in and around the construction of the Onslow Iron project. So you can see the haul road there cuts across basically the tenements in half. Over the past year, we've drilled almost 10,000 metres of RC with some very encouraging results. And for the rest of the year, we have several heritage surveys scheduled with RC drilling commencing in October. And this includes further early stage drilling at Barkley, where, as I mentioned, we've had consistent anomalous gold results over a 2.5k strike length. Given our strong financial position and technical capabilities, we've started looking for new opportunities. And we're excited to have recently entered into the Curnamona earn-in joint venture with Peel Mining that covers the Broken Hill project in New South Wales and the Anabama project in South Australia. Red Hill Minerals has the right to earn 75% from Peel by spending $6.5 million within 5 years. And the earn-in area is approximately 1,500 square kilometres and comprises of the Broken Hill project, which has Tier 1 potential for zinc, lead, silver deposits undercover, and the Anabama project, which is prospective for copper, gold and uranium, and actually adjacent some of the Boss tenements we just saw in the last presentation. Both Teck and Placer have completed some exploration in the past, and they reported some interesting results that we'd like to follow up. We currently are reviewing the existing data and have plans to commence targeted gravity surveys later this year. So in summary, we want to continue to expand our exploration portfolio and be part of projects where we see significant potential. We're focused on getting involved in new projects in various ways, either as JVs, earn-ins, direct equity investments, or other mechanisms. And our preference is to invest in Tier 1 jurisdictions. Thanks very much for the opportunity to enlighten you about Red Hill Minerals.